Here with us now is Executive Analyst and Senior Director of Economic and Industry Insights at Cox Automotive, Erin Keating. Erin, thanks for being here today. Appreciate it.
Of course. Good to see you, Laura.
All right, good to see you. So what do you think? Could car makers see a net positive? Is that how you're reading the tea leaves right now?
Net positive might be a little aggressive, seeing that the
Okay.
tariff impacts are going to actually be relatively heavy still for the automotive industry. But your point about the fact that the EV restrictions are being rolled back, that the regulation around the fees and fines and EV credits that manufacturers were going to have to buy now sort of frees up and provides, as Jim Farley said with Ford, a tailwind to the financial situation for the automakers. We do think that that will help offset the financial implications of the tariffs. Perhaps
Yeah.
not get it to a net positive, but help them get a little bit closer to not having to pass the entire cost on to the customer.
Yeah, I mean, understood. And, Erin, car makers are trying not to pass the price of increases to consumers. We do keep hearing that, but a
Right.
lot of people are still pretty nervous about it. So how are they dealing with tariffs, these car makers?
Well, most of them have been absorbing them. We saw this in the second quarter earnings calls for almost every manufacturer saying and declaring how much they had actually absorbed over the first quarter. And we do expect that some of these costs will be passed on, especially as we start to see more model year 2026 vehicles hit the lots. It's a good enough time as any to go ahead and raise prices. It's a time that consumers expect and anticipate that costs could rise. So we could start to see them defraying some of that cost off onto the new model year 26 vehicles. And then, of course, they're just going to have to look across their portfolio, make sure that they can make some production changes, and potentially start squeezing some of the dealers and or suppliers to help shoulder some of that cost as well so that it all doesn't land with the consumer.
And you know what we found so interesting as we're going over some of these numbers? Around 50% of the vehicles sold in the U.S. in the past year were assembled outside of the U.S. Big automakers, General Motors, Ford, all projecting nearly $10 billion in tariff costs this year. So I'm just curious, with your expertise, how long until companies have no choice but to raise prices?
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest question that everyone's had. And of course, a lot of people, even us included, when we first heard about these tariffs, we anticipated to see that price showing up sooner than it has now. And again, part of this, I think, has to go back to that uncertainty with automakers not necessarily knowing how this was going to net out. Now, we have gotten a lot of, certainty, at least as of for now, around South Korea, around Japan, the European Union, but we still don't have clarity on what's going to happen with Mexico or Canada. And especially for our domestic manufacturers, those two deals really will play into the cost for automakers that are producing in the U.S., but bringing product and parts and assembly across the North American borders.
Okay. Also, while tariffs have impacted the industry, we're also noting that the administration has rolled back on several electric vehicle mandates passed by the Biden administration. We were just talking about that. How have automakers reacted to that part of the story?
Well, we've seen quite a bit of them pull back on some of their EV production that they had initially said that they would. Most manufacturers, if you had asked them 2 years ago, were sort of really rah, we're going to change our lineup. We're going to be all electric by a certain year. You've seen that start to dial back and more combustion engines coming in. We saw Stellantis even announce that they're going to bring the Hemi back, and so we've seen that the bigger trucks, the combustion engines are going to continue to proliferate our vehicle park here in the United States. But, electric vehicles are still the future. Most manufacturers would admit this and all still have their, skunk works, if you will. That's Ford is what Ford calls it. Will still continue to progress with the innovation there, but we would certainly anticipate seeing less EV stock over the next few years while the manufacturers continue to try to work on getting their costs down.
Yeah, I mean, what an interesting time. You're following it all. Erin Keating, thank you very much for being with us today.
Sure.